So let's get straight into it. We are looking at 4 different budgets of icon strikers. Let's get straight into the low budget. So we have got some decent players that most definitely can get you there. We've got a Van Persie who is the objective. He has gone, but with the added evolution that we got for the Galazzo icons, I think it was the Galazzo show, you could have made him into a 90 as well, which only puts him a little bit behind his 91. Whether I think that one was worth it when you have the likes of Desai, you have a Vidic with a different playstyle plus, or an Ashley Cole that doesn't have a junior version, I think that might have been more worth it, seeing as though Van Persie is coming in at 81,000 coins. When we look at the Galazzos, all of them are really good budgets, and even Lineker, in fact, Lineker was another one at 62,000 to make him into a 93 as well, is never a bad option. 62,000, 81, and also 70. You've obviously got the power shot aerial, the finesse technical, and the Travella power shot. I think all of them are fantastic options when it comes to a very low budget sort of striker, and it's what the Galazzo did absolutely perfectly in every position. It kind of just brought everybody back up to speed. Even like a Drogba was like 300,000. For the level of card you're getting, I do think they did really well to bring everybody back up to speed just before Team of the Season. It's very clever because what they want is everybody to be on a similar playing field. They don't want you to be exactly, if I've got R9, CR7, Team of the Year, Mbappe, the whole shebang, yes, like the defense maybe be able to catch up with it, but the striking force is not going to be able to keep up with a Team of the Year Virgil, a Galazzo, Roberto Carlos with the price that they're going to be. But it definitely puts them in contention to put them at a point where they're like, okay, I'll go do Team of the Season. It's exactly what they want. Other options in the low budget, I've kind of gone from 0 to 200 with these. Eto'o and Dalglish, I think, are the 2 icons I would suggest as base versions that are still viable. I'm not saying that they're going to be the best version that you're going to put in, but they are definitely a viable option if you are looking for cheap icons. Van Nistelrooy with a great upgrade on his future star. Ultimate Birthday, then Kelly Smith with the Future Star. I thought both of them great additions. Van Nistelrooy, obviously the first one he's had since his goalkeeper and Winter Wildcard, whereas Kelly Smith, this is her second upgrade from the Centurions, the base, and now into this lovely 4-star. If I was to pick one out of this, I'd probably go Lineker, to be honest with you. Maybe even Prince takes it. So if you're looking to improve your team, make sure you're heading over to lootbar.gg. They are the best and most reliable coin service you can find. Also with the best 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using the code JT11, 8% off your first ever transaction, and then 5% off every time after that. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours, absolutely guaranteed. Also with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below. Then we have the mid tier. This is anywhere from about 200 to give or take $500,000. I think it's very viable for an option to pick one of them at the least. Maybe if you're brand new to the game, you don't quite have 1 million coins to spend on 2 strikers, but getting one will definitely at least double your chances in front of net. You don't even have to have 2 strikers. You could have 2 wingers and a striker. It's totally down to your formation. If we look through the bottom to start with, love the Hugo Sanchez upgrade, same as the Ian Wright. I think from Future Star had it, but the Fantasy, the Ultimate Birthday, then into the Galazzo had a brilliant upgrade to bring cards to that next level, especially icons and heroes. When we're looking at Lineker, we're looking at Van Persie, Wright, then Hugo Sanchez was already pretty good in my eyes. More pace, better playstyle pluses, 4-star, 5 stars, 5-star, 4 stars, absolutely everywhere, which does make a lot more players so much more enjoyable. The rapid plus 5-star, 4-star with the power shot on Ian Wright is fantastic. A great pace upgrade, which he did have a decent amount already, but then shooting going up, dribbling going up, it makes the card so much more entertaining to use. We have got a few older but goldies cards. We've obviously got an Henry. He is coming cheaper. That is just the SBC price. I still think with the Rapid Plus, he could give you a go easily. We then obviously have Pushkas. Even though I'm not a big fan of the 4-star, 3-star at this point in the game, he is a winner. He's one of them icons that just keeps on going. We have got Torres, who is about 300,000 from his normal transfer price rather than that SBC, which honestly, don't even bother finishing the SBC because that is far too expensive for what this card actually is. Raul puts himself in a shot. I don't think this card is as exciting as the newer card that he did get, but that is pretty self-explanatory with it, to be honest. Zola still keeping himself up. I think they did really, really well with these Team of the Years. I still think he's very relevant. Yes, I would love to have potentially something with a double or triple playstyle plus without the dead ball now, but we can still roll with him 100%. Shevchenko, the one thing I wanted to check actually, is he still an SBC? No. So you can't get him, write him off. Wayne Rooney, this is the upgrade that I was waiting for Rooney. His Centurions was a nice upgrade, but it most definitely didn't do anything. The only thing we kind of wanted from him is at least the double playstyle plus. That would have really added to Rooney's sort of repertoire as we go forward, because the pace increase, the shooting was already fantastic. Obviously a 4-star now as well. It's just a perfect Rooney card until we get into them end games. Gerd Muller, I still think he is very much worth it. In terms of a Thunderstruck, he puts himself in there. Again, when it comes to last year, I felt like he could have been better. The base mid-prime was nice, but he seemed to fall off very quickly. This year he seems to be holding something. Yes, we are waiting for a new upgrade for him because I think from Thunderstruck now, he definitely needs it, but it will come, and I can imagine he will be a very high-rated striker with some beautiful stats. And then the crown jewel that is Drogba, one of the better icons we got from Golazo that is affordable, most definitely, compared to your Cruyffs, your Jarzinhos. $4.90 for him, I think is a fantastic price. Most people, if you were opening promo packs consistently over it, might have actually got him. He was quite a, not necessarily an easy one to pack, but he was kind of that medium tier. You had all your Lampards, you had all your Van Persies, but Drogba was just that one step up. Instead of getting your Cruyffs, a Drogba was kind of that medium level where you're like, oh, okay, that's a decent icon. What's hilarious is the high budget is absolutely crazy. Like, this isn't the top of the top, don't you worry. But this is anywhere between 500,000 and $1 million. You've got Eusebio coming in at 525, Ham at about 800 in the market. You've then got Cruyff at 900, Hullet at 770, and a beautiful Raul at a 970. I think all of them are experts in their field. You could have any of them and be absolutely happy. When it comes to Hullet, it's Hullet. He can go any position from that skeleton. Maybe centre-back, but I still think he probably could do it, to be honest with you. And they are coming in probably the cheapest we've ever seen them, to be honest. At this point in the game, definitely. I don't remember Cruyff being under 1 million coins before Team of the Season, especially a Prime-esque sort of version. Like, it's not like he's 89 or 91. A 93 Cruyff with the obvious 5-star. Granted, yes, they are putting a lot of pressure and a lot of spotlight on the playstyle pluses, which is very evident now. When the triple playstyle pluses come in, I can imagine he loses more relevant again, which will be interesting to see where these prices do come in. But I still think even at this point, you could play with any of these cards and still be absolutely happy. But then we have the top of the top. This is anywhere from 1 million coins and upwards. We've kind of put in a few of the different versions as well. So for instance, Hullet does have 2 versions. Pele has 3. Henry has 2 in this. R9 has 1. I've kind of put these at the bottom because otherwise they kind of don't showcase the best of the best. So this is kind of like a medium 1.5 tier. You've obviously got Puskás at 1-1, which still didn't really have any upgrade bar from the one we got in the Golazo. Henry with a 4-4 rapid still. I think that is still a brilliant card if you've managed to get him. Pele's obviously had 2 different versions. The 96 now coming in at 3.1 due to the fact that he got another big upgrade. Hullet at 2.1 for his obvious Centurions. Cruyff at 2.9, as we said, he was going to start getting up there, and most definitely the 97 has blew everything out the water. Dalglish is not available, but still a very good striker that is worth a mention. Came out during the Centurions SBC kind of week, and I do think he's still a good striker. A 4-5 on him, finesse plus. Yes, he more than likely needs an upgrade now, but he still can do the business. Now, Cantona, I'm in 2 minds with. I like him. I think he's a very, very good technical player. I'm just unsure about him, to be honest. And I don't know if that's personally my style of strikers. I like the Mbappe-esque, the quick, the rapid plus, great shooting, great dribbling. And he's not necessarily your absolutely burn the pace on and kind of go past everybody. That isn't his kind of game. His shooting is brilliant. His pace is good enough, especially with the technical. But I'm just unsure about the price of him. Let me know down below if you've completed him. I'm just in 2 minds with him. Then we have R9 coming in at 3.2 mil. Now, a prime R9 was 15 mil until literally team of the season footage. Like, he was always extinct or at least over that 10 mil. 3.2 is absolutely crazy for him. Then we have the team. Now, these are full of the most expensive cards in the game. When we look at the 2 Team of the Years, like I said with Team of the Year, they did really well. I think they kept the Team of the Year cards, the first 11, the 12th man, the first 11 women, and the 12th woman, plus the icons. I think they kept them in pretty good nick, to be honest. There's only a couple where I'm like, okay, they're falling down the tier a little bit now. A lot of people still got Team of the Year Sour in their team, which is pretty interesting. And I think most definitely the strikers, other than Zola, are the cream of the crop. They're 4.5 and 9.2 million. It's fair to say they're still very relevant in the game. We then have Eusebio, who was an SBC way back when, and still to this day, a very, very high-end SBC that was completed. Mbappe, Eusebio together, I don't think you'd even have to change them that far into Team of the Season either. They are still 2 of the best strikers in this game for their SBC. Obviously, when it comes to Ultimate Birthday, we had some absolute ballers. Stoichkov might be one of my outside of the kind of top normal. Your Cruyff, Eusebio, your R9, your Henry, as my favourite. Genuinely, this card is magical. I know he doesn't have no shooting playstyle pluses, but what he does on the ball, the pace, dribbling, passing, shooting, physicality, is phenomenal. First touch plus, the 5-5, he is worth every single penny. He was an absolute enjoyment to use. Same as Butragueno. 1.6 for him. Again, another card that was just crazy. It was a very good upgrade. We were waiting for him, and I think the only thing that kind of stops him on that low budget now is the 3-star, 5-star. It's just not good enough, unfortunately. And then the other version that did get the 4-5 upgrade is a left wing and can't technically play striker. So this is the next upgrade when it comes to a striker version. But I definitely wouldn't sleep on that left wing either. We then have Puskás and also Cruyff from the Galazzo promo. We got 2.8 and 6.2, which is nuts in itself. Puskás unfortunately didn't manage to get a 5-4 or at least a 5-5. He managed to get that extra weak foot, which is good enough at this point. I still think it's decent, but we are now waiting for potentially a triple play star plus a 5-5 Puskás at like 98. That's going to be an incredible card nonetheless. And then the best of the best in 97 Pele, 94 Henry, 94 Hullet are just sensational in themselves. Most of them getting that 5-5 upgrade, bar from Henry, in fact, who did get 2 different versions. You had the 5-4 and the 4-5, but it's very nice to see he's still kept that rapid plus that really puts him ahead of the rest, to be honest. He is just a wonderful, wonderful striker. Now, in terms of this list, I think when you come to the top budget, I'd probably have any of them, especially in the actual team. Any of them can go in your team, and they would definitely exceed expectations. I think the only other player that maybe drops some players, maybe like a Butra, is a Team of the Year Mbappe. Like that is the level that we're talking about with these budgets. What I want to know is, though, have you got any icons in your team, and which one is your number 1 pick? Price, rating, whatever you choose. Make sure you check the videos on screen. Peace.